this person said, "Hey, listen, you got to check this product out." And it's a network marketing product. And I just said, you know what, I've been there, done that. Please leave me alone. And no, obviously they did not leave me alone. So now I I am here, and then I tested the product, and I didn't see or feel much of it. But then I went to Cambodia for my holidays slash work, and then it hit me, because then I noticed how it cleansed my body. But also the biggest difference was that my brain and my brain retention, my memory retention was improving, and not slightly, but just enormously. And then I said, well, there's nothing else I'm doing besides using this product. So you know what? I'm not that knowledgeable about these type of products. So let me check my friend Roy Martina. And he's the go-to guy for me in these circumstances. So I call him up and say, listen, my friend, I got something here, and would you check it, please, for me? And of course, he's now here, so we checked it. So Roy, I'm giving the floor to you to further this story.
I would say that is the day that I experienced an earthquake. And for those of you who don't know me, I've been in holistic medicine for 45 years. I've written over 88 books. I've given workshops all over the world, trained a lot of people, doctors, and so on and so on. And I'm a researcher. That's my passion. I'm curious. I want to especially help my patients and so on better and better and better. So I am constantly studying. And so when Winston introduced me to this product and I started looking at it, number one, it was a product that is very well known, has been researched by science almost 20,000 times. And the reason for that is this product is just the best product on the planet. And as you will see in our presentation, the biggest problem with this product is for it to be absorbed by the body. So, and when I saw that this was the first product of its kind being nanofied, and a lot of people know about nanotechnology, and we've been exposed to that, but we have no idea what it can do with certain products. So a product like a vitamin or an essential, I would say, mineral, trace element for our bodies, if we can break it down to even smaller particles, the absorption rate will go up incredibly. So for example, we all know that vitamin B12, a lot of people have problems with vitamin B12. As you grow older, we start to absorb it less and less. Vitamin A, the same. Vitamin D is also a problem. Now imagine that we make it easier for the body to absorb. And especially this product, I would say, has been known for thousands of years. So the moment I saw that, I was like, hey guys, I want this product for myself. I'm not interested in no other reason than just for myself, because one of the things I immediately saw is I'm studying longevity. How can we keep quality of life? How we can stay young as we grow older? And this product, I would say, would be like a secret ingredient to stay young and vital for the rest of your life. So I saw that immediately. And by the way, I'm not vain. I don't want to look good. I want to feel good, which is a big difference. I want to feel good. And so I said yes. And then Winston explained to me what the opportunities were. And that was a different thing. That was the second part. The first part is the product. And that's where our dear friend Mordechai comes in, because he's an expert in the way to bring this product to the market in such a way that everybody benefits. So I pass on to the third man on board, Mr. Mordechai.
Yes, thank you, Roy. So when Winston called me, he called Roy first. I asked Winston, okay, so what is the product about? Because I know about network marketing, and we actually call it recommendation marketing. And it becomes more and more popular now. It has taken a long time because it's a marketing system that we have known for many, many years. But here in Europe, many people are not so familiar with it. So the first thing that's important with anything that you do with recommendation is that the product or the service needs to be very good. So I asked Winston, okay, so do you have someone aboard that knows about the product? He said, well, we have Roy Martina. I said, okay, I know Roy for quite a long time. I know about his work. I know he wrote a lot of books. And especially I know a lot of people that are very positive about, yeah, his way of working, his mindset, and also, yeah, he walks his talk, you know. I mean, you see a guy, he's almost 70, you wouldn't say it, but he walks his talk, and I have very much respect for Roy. So I said, well, if Roy is aboard and he is excited about the product, I'm in, because I do believe that whenever you start doing it with network marketing, with recommendation marketing, the product needs to be good. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about the system and the way we are doing it. We're doing it slightly different than most people are used to, which opens a lot of new doors. So that's when I got in, and I'm helping the people within the community to learn first of all about network marketing. Roy is teaching a lot about the product. Winston is a great trainer in storytelling and presentation tools and skills. And we have Sven, who is not here today, who is responsible for the marketing. So yeah, we have quite a good team, and we're very excited. So Roy, take it away.
Yeah, right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to show you some slides, and just to give you some visuals so you can follow us in the story. And I will do the first introduction. And when it comes to the systems, I will pass the word back to Mordechai. And then at the end, we'll come back to answer some questions. So let's begin with the slides. And we're going to start now. And technically, what we're looking for, we call quantum entrepreneurs. The reason is that for us, quantum means disruption. We want to do it in a different way. We want to do it in a way that we really going to grow faster than what's normal. And for that, we have created a system that we're going to expose to you tonight. Now, there are two reasons you may be joining this webinar. One is to know more about how to create more financial freedom, how to maybe expand your sources of income, or maybe you want to become financially independent. All of that is possible. So that's one side of the story. The other side of the story is that you can also be here because you know that this product is a revolution and it's going to change medicine. And when I say that, even though this is not a medicine, it's not an herb, it's just a spice, it can revolutionize how we age, and it can prevent over 50% of most of the diseases that we die from. Let's begin. So we already have seen Winston. Winston is very famous for his teachings in public speaking. We have been friends forever, I would say, through different timelines. And he's the one who got us into that. And he's also someone who helps people not only to speak better, but to connect to their spirit, to become the most authentic version of yourself. Then we have Mordechai. You already saw him. And he is a very successful entrepreneur. He has had different dance schools, and he's now getting out to fully dedicate to make this a big, huge success. And he's also someone who, he calls himself a freedom fighter. And basically what that means is that, you know, we had some times, really difficult times from the lockdowns, and he was one of the guys who went out and was fighting for the freedom of everyone. And then our missing in action friend, Sven. And Sven is most known for his marketing skills. He is leading our marketing team in order for us to get as many people in as possible. Maybe you're here because that you were triggered by one of the things that he was doing. And then myself, I am a holistic doctor, medical doctor for 45 years now by now. I've written 88 books, and I've been specialized the last 12 years in the quantum science. I've been teaching in over 14 countries, wrote several bestsellers, and I am really good in manifesting. I made practically all my dreams come true, and now I'm more working on my legacy and creating something for the next generation. Now, our vision, and this is what binds us, this is what really was for us the big motivation. When we start talking, we discovered all four of us had a passion of helping other people become successful. And because this system was offering some kind of financial reward, And normally when we teach information. So we came up with the idea, what if we could help other people become financially free? Because we could do it with whatever we are doing. And we believe in the product, so we added a new element into it. And that's why we are also happy working with Mordechai with his expertise. So we set us a goal to set at least 100,000 families financially free. But not only that, we didn't stop the challenge here. We took it one step further. We also want to help 25,000 young people to become financially free so that they can follow their passion and to help make our world a better place. So we have a total of 125,000 people that in the coming, I would say, 2-3 years that we want to achieve. And that requires from us focus. I have stopped doing a lot of things for the next year because I want to focus. I want to be part of this new revolution. And that's why we're looking for other people who want to become also financially free. And you may be one of them. So for myself, what is my why? My big why is as a holistic medical doctor. And I've done a lot of research. I've developed my own products. I still have in the United States over 100 products being sold exclusively to health professionals. And I've been doing that forever, I would say, in my life. And I've never seen anything like this product before. I was flabbergasted because there was a solution to a huge problem. Imagine having one of the best products in your hand and it's not absorbed as well. And this problem has been solved. So this is a medical preventative breakthrough, and for a lot of people also a way out of financial stress. My second why is to do with my father. I saw him, really degenerate, having dementia and suffering and not even recognizing me anymore, telling the same stories over and over. And I couldn't help him at that time. I really, really felt so powerless. And my second why is that nowadays we have an explosion of dementia all over the planet. And how would it be if we would have a product that would, I would say, at least 80% of dementia would no longer be a problem on our planet if we would be using this product. So this is my second big why. And then we have the product itself. This is my third why. This product is very well known, but as I said before, the problem is absorption. And it is one of the best food products that exist. Just pay attention. Over 18,000 scientific studies have been done since 1970. So that's, you can say in the last, 53 years, this product has become the #1 research product. The question is why? The reason is that it has so many properties, and medicine was baffled because they didn't understand the mechanism. I understand the mechanism because of my holistic background. So I can explain a lot of things about this product because it fits right into a system I've been studying now for 45 years. What can it all do? It is anti-inflammatory. And I want to stop here for one moment because most of you may not know that the inflammatory process in our body is the #1 reason for aging, degeneration, and disease. So if we could stop that process, it would mean that we live longer, have a better quality of life, and have more energy. But also, and here comes the kicker, if you look at number 4, protection of the heart. The heart is the #1 reason most of us die. 50% of the people in the Western civilization is dying from heart disease. Now, and then you see this in number 2, no side effects. Number 3, prevention of dementia and prevention of deterioration. It helps the immune system and it protects also somewhat against cancer. It's one of the, I would say, few known products in the world that's known to kill cancer stem cells. There's a research that has been published recently that turmeric can kill cancer stem cells. And why is this important? When someone is exposed to chemotherapy and you don't kill the stem cells, they become more and more resistant to chemotherapy. That's why a combination of chemotherapy and turmeric would make a huge difference. And here's the kicker for me. I was using a lot of different food supplements, I would say 10 to 12, and now I'm using turmeric. I brought it down to just 2 together with turmeric. So 10 food supplements I don't have to take anymore. And if you would calculate that in price, that is 3 times more than I pay for turmeric, what I'm using. Here's how it looks like. And what is important about what you're looking at is that this is not just turmeric, it is nanofied. And it has the BioMs technology, which makes it fat soluble. And because of that, it will be absorbed all over the digestive tract. So the moment you have it in your mouth, it's all being absorbed. It goes directly in the bloodstream. And from the bloodstream, it penetrates through the whole body, including the brains, including the heart, including the joints, including the muscles. And that's the reason that this is one of the best products on the planet right now. There are a lot of good products on the planet, but this one is good not because of it is special, it is because it is tackling the most fundamental reason for degeneration, disease, aging, and most of all for getting heart disease and cancer, which could mean if everybody would be taking that hypothetically, it would mean that over 70% of the cause of death will be wiped out of this planet. Just think about it. 70% of people will die less because of it. Now, a few testimonials. Here's someone who has been suffering from acne, start taking that. And no, it's not so important all about the acne that's been treated forever. But what's most important is the full regeneration of the skin. You don't see the scar tissue, and that's the key what this can do. This one really baffles me because here's a woman with lymphedema and a swollen ankle, swollen feet, and she's been having it forever. And she just took this 1 week, and this is what baffles me. Because in none of the research I could find anything related to lymphedema. And within a week, you can see the total difference. That is mind-blowing, and a doctor would call this a miracle. And here, this is not a thing. As you know, in diabetes, one of the problems with diabetes, we get a lot of what's called ulcers and wounds and inflammation. And some of this can really go on for weeks and months. And here we have one case like that. And now I've been experimenting also put in a little turmeric on a gaze, and that even works faster. And you see what happens here and how quickly it happens. This is really, really mind-blowing. 3 weeks of taking curcumin, and that's a huge difference. So now I'm going to pass the word back to Maury, who will talk about the network marketing and how that works.
Yes, thank you, Roy. Yes, as you can see, the results are pretty amazing. And as we said from the start, if you have a good product, then of course you have to find a way to bring it to the market. Now, when you look at products like this curcumin product, what is important is that people, many times they wonder, like, why is it not being sold in the store or in the shops? And there is a reason for that, because many times if you sell a product like that in a shop, it needs some explanation. And usually in an average shop where you can buy vitamins or supplements, many times the sellers are not very aware of the power of a product. So that's why when you have an outstanding product, such as this, you need to tell the story with it. So that's why we are doing it with webinars like this. And that's why usually those kind of companies, they choose for network marketing systems. Now, the way we are doing it is with multi-level marketing. And we are doing it quite different than the traditional multi-level marketing system as you know it. Because normally, what people normally say is you find 2 or 3 people, or sometimes 5, and you teach them to search for 5. And I think that doesn't work. I don't believe in systems like you find 3 and those find 3 and those find 3, because then you get this kind of pyramid system. That is what we do not do. But what we do have in this case is what we call multi-level marketing 2.0. And that is that we do it together. We have a huge community that we are building, and together with the community, we are building this organization. And what we do is we are having professional marketing tools and skills, which are organized by our marketing team. And they are doing marketing, and you will see it in a second, in every single way. So we're using Facebook, we're using Instagram, we're using YouTube, we're using Google Ads, we're doing everything. And through that way, we are finding the ultimate way to get a lot of people in the community. But of course, because we have the community, it's double, it's plus plus. Because if you know someone that might be interested in the product or maybe in starting a business, you can also help the other people to join the company. And this is how we do it together. So we have a professional marketing system, which is beyond anything that you can build yourself. And the second thing is we have the community that are also spreading the words. Okay, so that's how we are doing it. Now, how it normally works is that normally you only have the system without the marketing. So you do it one by one. And then you have a certain system where you can have passive income. And that's very, very, very interesting. Okay, so normally you only have the way that you can get bonuses through your downline. But in this case, since we are doing it together, there is a huge chance that you're also building your downline because of the marketing system. Do you have a brother, a sister, or a cousin that wants to join? You have the choice. You can either subscribe them within your own organization, within your own team, but you can also share them with the community. Okay, and we have a support team that is helping us to divide it as good as we can. So it's a win-win. And like this, we help each other. And we do believe that when you look at this product, we totally believe it can change the world. As Roy just explained, the results are just amazing. And since I heard from Roy, it is something that he has never seen in his 45 years of being a holistic doctor. Yeah, the results are coming in every day, and people are very, very excited. So what's the plan? As we said, it's network marketing 2.0. We also call it MLM, which means multi-level marketing. And we are using a marketing budget. And as we just said, many people associate it with a pyramid system, but the main difference is that Ponzi schemes or pyramid systems are totally illegal. What we are doing is using the network of people, first in Holland, but later on we're going to spread out over Europe and the rest of the world. And this is how network marketing really works. Each and every one of you, also you as a listener, you have a network of people around you. Okay, so it's a commission-based system which generates passive income, which actually happens when you start sharing the opportunity. So what we are doing is we help you together with your input to find customers with our marketing teams. So we are finding customers and we are finding new business partners, and people can now choose. We just opened here in Europe with the products, so we now have the distribution here in Holland, and we are building layers of customers and business partners within the organization. We also have a help desk team, which is quite unique because normally you have to do it all by yourself. We have a team that is supporting us, that are sending out the emails, that also help you after the webinar to answer the questions. And of course, you will receive trainings. Now, this is the business case. You can see the word onze, which is in Dutch our business case. And what we are offering is the following. You have 3 ways of entering the system. And as you can see, you can start wherever you want. Okay, you can start with a smaller package of 922. You can start for $11.99, and you can also start with the executive package of $1,969. Now, what do you get? Now, first of all, if you take the full package, you get everything. You get a whole bunch of products. As you can see, you get 25 nanophyte curcumin, you get 25 curcumin plus. So you have a total of 50 products, which is a box full. But you get much more than that, because within the package, you also are putting in 500 euros in marketing budget. And we are using the marketing budget to get people to the webinars, to get people to the blogs. We get people into our marketing funnels. Now, to keep it very equal, we are, let me see. Yeah, to keep it totally equal, what we are doing is that we are we are charging the same budget, 500 euros for marketing, for each and every package. Okay, so if you are entrepreneur or professional, you all pay the same price. Okay, we are charging 500 for the marketing budget. We were almost trying to make it stepwise, but we found it much more clear and much more transparent and also more equal, that everybody pays the same amount, so 500 euros. But the main thing is that when you look at the executive package, you get everything. You get lifetime access to the community, of course. You get 2 trainings a month, which you also get in the other package, but you get a whole lot of extra trainings, and you get the Quantum Life app. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Quantum Life app, but maybe Roy wants to dive into that a little bit later, because what he is building at this moment, I haven't seen it before, so that's quite nice. You get, of course, professional marketing tools, and you get free entrance to all the Vidafy live events. Okay, so that's quite important to know. Now, again, those are the trainings. So we have a Vidafy community, which is not only a community, but also a training center. So as soon as you log in to our community center, you get access to all the trainings, and you get access to the community. So we are building the community while we speak. As you can see the community, you can see the courses, we have events, and of course you can get in contact with like-minded members. And this is quite unique, okay? So you don't have to use Facebook or one of the other social media platforms. We are having our own platform where we have everything included. Then we're going to co-create, so we're going to do it together. And of course, it's much easier when you work in a group than when you have to do it all by yourself. And maybe it's nice, Roy, I don't know if you're standby, because I just heard Roy telling about the Quantum Life app. What are you doing with this, Roy? What is happening?
Okay, so I think most people have heard about the law of attraction. Some people have still memories of The Secret. And these things work. We learn about positive affirmations, you learn about visualizations, you learn about vision boards, all the ways to give form to your new desires, to your new future. So I've been studying that for a long time. I've been teaching that for a long time. And for the last 12 years, I've been studying quantum science to discover exactly how this works. How does the power of intention works? How does the attraction mechanism work that we call the law of attraction? And I've put that together with my knowledge of hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming, NLP. I've been teaching for a long time on all these kind of things, vision boards, affirmations, visualizations. I've been very successful also with patients, how to help them heal. I put it all together in an app, and with that app you quickly can make a movie of your desired outcomes. If you're sick, how you want to be healthy. If you want to be financially abundant, how you can put it all in a movie. And when you bombard the mind, and you can make a movie of 5 minutes regularly with your imagination, because that's your movie, and the mind can no longer make a difference, the subconscious mind, between reality and imagination. And then you are attracting it because of something we call the identification process. I can keep on talking for hours, but just in short, we will support you with this. And because on the Quantum Life app, I also give free trainings about success. So we want to train you how to destroy your upper limit and to become financially free. And the app is one of the tools that I can guarantee is going to make it much easier for you to reprogram your subconscious mind. All right, back to you, my friend Barry.
Yeah, I'm so impressed, because we all know if we go to a movie, I don't know if you have noticed, but if you go to a movie and you're in the cinema or even in television, just watching the screen, I actually always experience as if I'm there. So when I saw this app and I started seeing what is possible, I couldn't believe it. And it's only the beginning, because they're still into main development. So to the marketing, this is interesting. If you look at the left of this slide, you can see that we are now putting advertisement on Google. So if you start looking for Vidafy, you can see that we are on top of the game. So if you're looking at Google and you see that you have a sponsored app, that is something that normally as an individual within the network marketing system, you could never do because it's too expensive. But because we are a collective and we all put some money into the bucket, we can do all these kinds of things. So we are on number one on Google, and we are building also on the other networks. So we're doing Facebook ads, YouTube ads, etc. Okay, so you get a full professional marketing agency basically backing you up. And as Roy just said, you will receive training to change your upper limit, because what we have noticed when it comes down to business, a lot of people have upper limits. And it's very interesting that the limit up to where a company can grow is always limited to the capacity and the ability to the founder or the owner. And the moment you can change your upper limit, you can actually have a breakthrough to go to the next level. And this is what Roy is teaching you within the Quantum Life app. We also train you that in our own trainings. And this will help you a lot. So the consumers, this is quite new. As I just said, we just are launching here in Europe. So at this moment, we now have a warehouse here in Amsterdam, and we can now actually have full access very quickly to the consumer market because the products are here in Europe. I will not bore you with the story, but until recently, we had to get the products first from Mexico to the United States, and then from the United States to Holland. So we were pioneering. And now, since only 2 weeks ago, we're opening up, and now we can focus full on the consumer. So you will get your products faster. The prices are clear. You don't have to pay any import tax, etc., etc. Okay, so we have phase 1, 2, and 3. What is nice about any kind of company, if you want to see it as a business model, what is very interesting is that business can only grow when there is innovation. When there is no innovation, a business stands still or even dies. And what happens with a company like Vidafy, what they are doing with these kinds of products is that they are launching new products in the coming years. So if you want to look at it from a business point of view, it's very interesting that you yourself does not have to do the innovation. And if you are a business owner, you know that innovation has a lot of cost. Okay, normally when we invent something for our business, no matter what business you have, if you want to introduce a new product or a new service or a new idea, usually it's very, very expensive. And it takes many times years before you get that money back. For example, the business, the Life app that you just saw from Roy, this costs tens of thousands of euros. And before you get it back, it's a lot of money. Now, these kind of products, as the curcumin, they're building other products. You can think of omega-3, vitamin 3, probiotics. And as soon as you put another product into the market, you will see that your revenue, your income will go up. Okay. Now, what's the prognosis? Now, we always say that we are very careful because in any kind of business, you also meet some resistance. We have to learn. We learn on the way. So yeah, what we always say is our intention is that at least, and it would be very strange if you wouldn't be able to get it back, you have your investment back within 1 year. And within that 1 year, you can learn about the system, you can get the training, etc. And can you do more? Yeah, of course, you can always do more. And can it go faster? Of course. But this is usually our intention, just to be very careful. Now, how can you do more? You are totally free to invite friends, acquaintances, family members, colleagues, anyone. You can invite them to webinars like this. You can invite them to articles, to blogs, to Facebook videos, anything you want, okay? And if you do that together with the community, we can grow even faster, okay? Now, it would be nice if you would have the app, because then you can make your own videos, but just imagine, where do you want to be in a few years from now? And before we started the webinar, I was talking to Roy, and a short time ago, I just imagined myself going to the end of my life. And I asked myself the question, okay, so where do I want to be in 10 years or 20 years or 30 years from now? How do I want my life to look at? And how do I want to look back at my life? And usually those kind of opportunities, I don't believe it's a coincidence that you are here in this webinar right now. There is a reason that you are here. And maybe you had the link through an email or you had it through a friend, but there is a reason. So it's always, yeah, it's always an invitation. And you can say no, which is totally fine. That's okay. But you might also make a jump and build the community together with us. What we are wishing for you is that you have financial freedom. I think the four of us in our team, and Sven is not here today, we have a very good life. We're not doing it for ourselves. We are now at the point that we are mainly want to help other people to become successful, and of course, especially to have financial freedom. Most of the people have stress because of finance. And yeah, the moment that a business becomes fun and your life becomes fun is when you do not have to worry about money. Okay, and we wish that for everyone. And then this is the last part. Enroll as fast as possible. What many people do not realize at the moment is that at this very moment, we are still at the very beginning. We are just getting started. So if you join now, you're at the very beginning of the organization. And that means that when we are starting to build outside of the Netherlands and we're going to open Europe, we have plans to go to France, to Italy, Germany. You are in the beginning of the organization, and that has a lot of benefits. So yeah, we want to build together with you, and we're looking forward to that. So what now? I'm going to place the link in a second. I'm going to see if maybe Winston also has a chat. Otherwise, we're going to put it in the chat for in a second. And now you're here at the point of decision. Now, if you are still doubting, it's not a problem. Okay, I usually advise people not to doubt too much, because when your heart says yes, usually that's the right decision. Okay, so if you feel some excitement, you go, okay, let's just do it. Then many times the conscious part of the mind, the ratio, will start overriding it, or a partner will tell you not to do it, etc. Just follow your heart. Okay, if your heart says yes, then take a leap of faith. We are here to catch you when you fall, so we are here in this together. And this is the link. Okay, so when you go to this link, I'm going to type it also in the comments. And what you can then do, you can fill in the form. I just tried it out before we started, and you can fill in the form, and then we are getting in contact with you within 72 hours. Okay, and of course you always have some time to think about it, but you can just fill in the form. Also, if you have some questions that go a bit deeper, you can just fill in the form. Let's see. And I think, yes, we are now at the point where we can start answering some questions. So I invite Winston and Roy back into the webinar, and then I'm going to stop the slides for a second. Yes, here we are.
Mm-hmm.